are going to play a new math game, very much like when we played roll and record and grab and count. Today we're going to play one called Build It. Okay? And we're going to use 3 different materials to play it. We are going to use a 10 frame. We are going to use some counters. We're going to use pennies. And we're going to use some primary number cards. So what do you notice about the cards? Would you like to pass the card around and look at it and tell me what you notice? What do you notice about the card when you look at it? What did you notice, Camilla?
I noticed that they have numbers on them, and they might match.
And the numbers might match what?
And they might match
the pictures?
Yeah.
What did you notice, David?
That there's every kind of fish on the cards. Moons, bows, with a 9.
What did you notice, Greg? I thought you were counting the card. What were you counting?
The 8.
You were counting the pictures?
The moon. Excuse me, the moon's with glitters on.
And how many moons were there on your card?
8. And look, there's arrows.
So there are different pictures?
Yeah.
And are the pictures the same as the number or different?
I just thought different.
Different.
Because I counted that one and it was the same number as the other.
So are there the same number of moons on here as there is number of here? Are there 9 moons?
No.
Did anyone count? I saw Greg counting. Do you see? Does that look like 9 moons? So you think
I didn't count.
Well, you can try counting that one if you'd like.
Can I try? I didn't
See if
count.
it's the same. To see if
I didn't count.
the number of pictures on the card is the same as the number.
It's not the same.
It's not 9? How many did you count?
I don't know.
Should we count this one just to check?
I want to count.
Let's count together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So is that the same as this number?
Yeah. But when you turn the page on,
it does. It does. So you have to be careful with the 6s and the 9s, definitely.
So
we have those cards.
But
and
maybe
then
it will look like the same picture. How are we going to play that?
For the board that we're playing with, called a 10 frame, what do you notice about the board? Dane, what do you notice when you look at the board?
There's lots of squares and it's shaped like a rectangle. I actually would have said
those are 2 good observations. So Dan said there were lots of squares. How many squares?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You think maybe that's why it's called a 10 frame?
Yeah.
Because it has 10 squares?
Yeah.
And then what do you notice about how the squares are arranged? I know that's a kind of tricky question. What do you think, Eric?
Because when you're
So what do you know? How many rows are there?
5 rows.
Well, there are 5 rows if I hold it this way. 5 rows of how many?
2.
Or?
And that makes 10.
Or there are how many rows when I hold it in this direction?
2.
2 rows with how many blocks in each row?
5.
So there are 5 rows of 2 blocks, or 2 rows of 5 blocks.